Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan. The lights are on in the big house, and this crowd, clad in maize and blue, certain that they will hail the victors in the Wolverines' home opener tonight. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Michigan Wolverines offense is on the field for the first time today. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
He wants to pass it on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got it set up on the outside. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that's a great lesson for young quarterbacks out there. You don't have to force every football deep down the field. I know it's 3rd and long, and that play definitely is designated to go to a wide receiver somewhere, but hey, check it down to your running backs. These guys are great athletes, and they can make good things happen when you give them the ball in space.
The run from the shotgun. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Promising start to that drive sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Wildcats offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Getting some heat. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. Offense getting set for first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the gun, running back gets to give. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
He's looking deep. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
Man, and these hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. You got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Let him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the score.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play. Tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
To the ground with the back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up third and short.
It'll be a run on third and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Barry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. First down here for the offense. Movement here from the tight end. Off play action on first down. Complete to the right. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Handoff from the gun. At the 45 on his way. He's now up to 52 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Right down the middle. Got him downfield. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big-bodied guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
4th and goal from the 2. Can they finish this drive? Looking to throw. Buys a little time. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Man, that stings. You go all the way down the field. You get a 4th and goal situation, and the offense comes up small. The defense gets the sack. No points for you.
And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. At the 35, he's loose. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance.
And he's running in the open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Quickly complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Grab near the marker. It's Ash. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the 1st half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Wolverines want to move quickly. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too...
Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the 1st half.
Into the end zone. Touchdown! Kentucky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Number 6, Altman in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Memphis went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Tigers always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they give to the back. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. He's now got 78 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Now on 3rd down after that run. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. And that pass intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. 1st down for this offense. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. Taking it the other way. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the inside linebacker flying through there? You see those guys come up, and you see how fast they can come up and fit the run. But how about blitzing the quarterback, getting to the quarterback?
It's complete. A huge pickup. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Go into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of trying to beat the D deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the incompletion brings up a second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Still looking, on the move. He'll try to do it himself. And he breaks into the open. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw, using his legs to buy some time. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup in chunky yards for his offense?
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Oh, and the QB so lucky that that one wasn't picked off. These are small windows to throw into down here in the red zone. Defense tipped it up in the air. A lot of defenders lurking around. Lucky that ball hit the ground.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And he was under so much stress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit...
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll throw it on 1st down. A strike downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. It is perfect. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. from inside his own 15, looking for room. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor.
The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Now on first down from the 28. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
And it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done. You stop the run first, get them in passing situations, pin your ears back, and go put your name in the...
And the ball is picked off. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
You've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick throw in this game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the Big House fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Brings it down on the right side. Nothing but green ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple positions. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Line gets set, first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off this spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket. They did a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
This time he's got his man, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Trying to get to it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. It was once said that greed is good, but that quarterback got a little too greedy, and it was not good.
No, it wasn't good, but if we got rid of the football just a second earlier and not taken the sack, not gotten the negative play, I think it would have been just fine. I don't mind the aggressive play nature to try to throw it and try to take a shot because I know the defense is going to be aggressive on 3rd and short.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space. Might as well start playing. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. Makes the grab on the right. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating him alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Leaves it with the running back. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll throw on third and short. And he's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Akron has been blitzed from the opening kick. And as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. They're trailing by 28 to Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intention. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He'll try to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense.
For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run. And
of 13. And first down for the offense.
we've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. He's going to take off. How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit?
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Makes the catch. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
And he's wrestled to the ground.
You know, these goal line situations, the field starts to shrink. It's easier to key in on these guys that you know can fly at the quarterback spot. Defense was locked in. Nice job on the 3rd and goal.
Let's go. They'll go to the air. Coming after him. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. The backups are on the field. They get an opportunity to run your playbook, so let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He wants to throw. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Wolverines! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz.
Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Kentucky. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on third. It's caught. Still on his feet. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offense, a sack. Now it's second down. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points. You have to wonder what the defense was thinking there. I mean, he just gashed them all by himself.
Right, and you think quarterback runs sometimes, but you can't think about it all the time. You got misdirection. There's so many things to look at. The quarterback can throw it, but when you got an athlete behind center that can do that, it's just frustrating. Too many things to try to stop.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field. They got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Unloads to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Fires to the middle. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Wants to fire on second down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. The Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fires to the right. Got it past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He's going to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. On first down, here comes this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going to try to get it himself. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Dialing up a second down pass play. Pocket starts to collapse. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
That is no fun for that wide receiver. Thinking you just ran all the way downfield. You're not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on?
Quarterback checking off. Looking to throw on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Kentucky.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll take another shot here. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another